Let me ask you something. Is it just me, or is working at work easier than working at home? Well, yeah, obviously. Work is for work, and home is for chilling, really. That's how I see it. When I get home, I hang up my coat and I hang up any will to do anything other than chill and just do nothing all day because it's been a tough, long day at work. Yeah, well, this kind of behavior has led me to not really do much with my life, to be honest. Haven't really done anything that I can take ownership of. I've done a lot of things for other people that they can take ownership for, but I haven't done anything for myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's something good about that sense of conscientiousness when you apply it to the workplace, because at least you know that when it's time to work, you work, and when it's time to chill, you chill. I know a lot of people that don't know how to chill. Like, you ever go to a party and you just see somebody just standing there, not knowing what to do? Well, that was me for a while until I just kind of learned to let loose. Now I'm a little too loose, to be honest. Anyway, back to the point of this video. I was very curious about why we work so hard at work and not so hard when we're at home, trying to kind of pursue our own things. Everybody has a dream of doing something. I have a dream of, doing YouTube videos and just doing that and nothing else. I also had a dream about being a musician and just doing that and nothing else. I have a dream of having my own business now, which is a little bit more realistic, but I still haven't done anything towards that. But I am getting to the point where I am getting sick of having a boss telling you what to do and constantly being right there. Okay. So in this video, I am going to focus on just one specific thing, which differs from the work life to the home life, and that's the paycheck. Yeah, we get paid when we're at work. Nobody's gonna pay you to do your laundry. No one's gonna pay you to clean your room. You can't sell a bill to the government when you have folded your clothes and tell them, this is my labor, my rate is $50 an hour, pay me now. No one's gonna do that, right? But work well, and paychecks are sweet. Paychecks are like the reason why we go to work in the first place, because we want money, we need money to live. So that's a pretty strong reason why we work at work. It doesn't really mean that we work hard, though. It doesn't mean that our work ethic is just amazing because we get paid. I mean, I know a lot of people, including myself sometimes, who go to work, do mediocre work all day, and they still get paid the same amount. So it's not a correlation per se, but it gets you in the door. It gets you in the place where everybody else is working and where you're gonna be working with everybody else. How do we translate the paycheck into our day-to-day life? That's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on this video. So let's get started. Okay, so bad news. We can't substitute a paycheck with anything else other than a paycheck, really. Money can't be substituted with anything unless you buy something with it, but if you try to sell that thing again, unless it's gold or Bitcoin, you're not gonna get much in return for that. So unless you buy more money, you can't really get anything else other than money to substitute money. However, I wanna talk about how we feel when we get paid. When I get paid, when it's payday, I feel pretty good. Well, I feel good when it's a good paycheck. When it's a bad paycheck, I'm like, it's still money, but it's $400, so I don't know if this is good money, but at least I have $400 now. Great. But when it's a good paycheck, like I've gotten paid like $2,000 sometimes, and I'm like, okay, there we go. So that feeling is what I want to capture in this video without the money. When I get paid, I basically have three sort of emotions, three kind of senses that I feel. Peace of mind, security, and empowerment. Peace of mind, I feel it because I'm a little bit further away from being homeless. I am slightly better off now. I can ward off things that need financial aid an emergency level. I feel security. I'm further away from being homeless. I have a house and I can pay for the house. If I have a bad day, I can always just go into my house and chill there. You know, that's something that not a lot of people have. So that's something that I'm very grateful for. And then empowerment. When I get paid, I feel pretty good about myself because I'm a little bit richer. Okay, so how do we substitute those three things into our day-to-day life? Okay, so if you're constantly working on yourself and you have somewhat an organized life, you might have that peace of mind. If you walk into your room and the room is clean, peace of mind right there. If you go into your car and your car is clean, there's peace of mind right there, right? And those are just two things that are on the list of things that you have to do, or that we should do, on a somewhat regular basis. You keep those in check, you have peace of mind. Now imagine if you extend that even further and say, okay, well, I want to start doing YouTube. Well, make a video, edit the video, peace of mind. You're working towards it. Okay, now let's talk about security. Now, security money-wise, it's not going homeless and not starving, right? So, in a metaphorical sense, if you're working on yourself, you won't go starving for something greater because you are working on something greater. So you're constantly feeding that to yourself, and that way you're not aching for something better because you're just constantly working on it. You might still be hungry for it, but it's not going to be a starvation that impairs you, that debilitates you. It's going to be a hunger that motivates you, if anything, because you know that you're on the right track. And you won't go homeless in a metaphorical way, as in if you keep working on yourself, you will strengthen your own sense of identity. You will be able to know who you are and call yourself out on who you are. So that's pretty powerful, which is where empowerment comes from. Like when I got my private pilot license, I felt very empowered. I felt pretty good about myself. I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, baby. This is it, right? Now, it's a big accomplishment to do that. I mean, it was for me because I hadn't really done much in my life. So the empowerment was pretty big, right? But you can still feel that in smaller projects. You can still feel that if, you know, you finish a YouTube series, or you finish a song that you were writing, or you finish cleaning your room, right? Or cleaning the area that you live in, your kitchen, your room, your car, right? So those little projects can give you that sense of empowerment. Okay, but here's the thing. We get paid every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, we want to feel these things in like a little bundle, you know? So the way we can do this is, one, by journaling, right? So every 2 weeks, you sit down and you're like, okay, what have I done this week? I quit vaping. That's pretty sweet, right? That's something that you could do, right? I cleaned my room. I cleaned my car. I got oil changes done. And then you start seeing this list and you're like, ooh, look at that, you know? I'm getting stuff done. Look at me go, you know? And that's the kind of sense of peace of mind and security, and also empowerment. What I think I'm going to do, and this is something that I started doing some of it, but I'm going to schedule projects such as this video or this series of videos so that every 2 weeks on payday, I finish these projects. And so every 2 weeks, project is done and I can just sit back, have a beer, and relax. Okay, so that's it for the paycheck portion of this whole series. I'm going to be doing more videos on ways to kind of transfer that work ethic, that motivation into your own life, basically by focusing on what makes work so work efficient, and trying to take those aspects and translating them into our day-to-day life. I really hope you enjoy this video. My name is Ernesto, and thanks for watching.